Good day, class. Today we'll be working on communication researcher methods, but specifically today we'll be looking at collection of data in survey research. Collection of data in survey research. In research, particularly in survey research, the collection of data is one of the most critical stages. So the success of any survey depends largely on the quality of the data collected, and to ensure this quality, researchers often make use of a primary tool known as the questionnaire. The questionnaire is a carefully designed set of questions used to collect information from respondents. And these questions are structured in such a way that all respondents are asked the same questions in the same order and are expected to answer in a standardized manner. And this uniformity is what makes the survey method one of the most standardized and reliable ways of collecting data. There are two major types of questionnaires used in survey research. We have the self-administered questionnaire and the interview schedule. Each type has its unique features, it has its own advantage, and also their most suitable conditions for use. So the self-administered questionnaire is one in which respondents are required to fill out the questionnaire on their own without direct assistance from the researcher. And this method is often preferred when the respondents are literate and can understand the questions without help from anyone. So it means the respondents can attend to each of those questionnaires by themselves. And there are three main ways by which self-administered questionnaires can be distributed and collected. The first method is the delivering and collecting technique. And in this approach, the researcher personally delivers the questionnaire to the respondent and then returns at a later time to collect the completed forms. This method is commonly used when it is straightforward and cost-effective, especially when the respondents live within a reachable distance. The second method involves the use of telephone. Here, the researcher contacts the respondent via phone, reads the questions aloud, and records the answers as the respondent provides them. While this method can be effective, it is not commonly used due to the amount of time it takes and the high cost of making phone calls, especially when we are dealing with large samples. The third method is the mail method. And speaking of the mail method, this is where the questionnaire is sent to the respondent through the postal system. The respondent here is expected to complete it and return it by post, meaning by post office. This method, however, comes with challenges such as delays in postage and respondents forgetting to fill out the form or unwillingness to go through the stress of returning it. So in developed countries that we have today, where postal systems are efficient, this method can work very well. But considering the Nigerian mentality or the Nigerian environment that we have today, where we have on the developed regions or developing regions, it is often mostly unreliable. The second major type of questionnaire is the interview schedule. And this method involves the researcher meeting the respondent in person or through a phone call and reading out their questions for the respondent. So here, the researcher then records responses directly. Sometimes visual aids or cards containing questions may be shown to the respondents to further assist them. The interview method is very useful when dealing with respondents who are illiterate or when the questions require some explanation. It also allows for building rapport and gaining more detailed responses, although it is more time consuming and expensive than the self-administered questionnaires. So when deciding on which type of questionnaire or method to use in a survey, several important factors must be considered, and these include the size of the sample, as larger samples may require simpler, less time-consuming methods, such as the availability and accessibility of the respondents. The resources available to the researcher also comes in handy, including time, the money, the manpower, and the type of respondent, such as their literacy level. their location, and also the willingness to participate. So if we want to conclude here, we could say that data collection through questionnaires is a fundamental aspect of survey research. Whether using self-administered questionnaires or interview schedules, the key is to select a method that is appropriate for the study's objectives and the nature of the target population. So, careful consideration of the available resources and respondent characteristics will help ensure accurate and reliable data collection. And this is where we'll stop for today's session, which is on collection of data in survey research.